They said we couldn't have a parade. They said no one would participate. They said it couldn't be done. They were wrong.
Welcome to the first pandemical virtual Riverwalk Parade, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the San Antonio Riverwalk. And now, here are your hosts, because bald is beautiful, Chuck Carreau and Zay Zay.
That's right, bald is indeed beautiful. Hi there, my name is Chuck.
And I am Zay Zay, and welcome to the first pandemical virtual Riverwalk Parade.
Of course, we are coming to you virtually because we are practicing that social distance like we are supposed to, being good citizens here. I think that's about right. Yep.
And I just took my temperature, and I think we're safe.
Well, it sounds good to me. Zay, why are we here today? Why are we doing this parade virtually?
Well, I tell you, Chuck, around this time of year, San Antonians are treated to a lot of parades all across the city. And it just so happens that in these trying times, we need to stay home. So we decided to bring the parade to you.
Yes, but we couldn't do it without you. That's right. We reached out to the San Antonio community and asked you to submit your own floats. We wanted you to be creative, just think outside of the box and to make us laugh. But the caveat was you had to float it on some body of water. And when we made that ask, boy, San Antonio, did you deliver. Dozens and dozens of floats came in, and tonight you are going to see those floats. I am so excited. This is just going to be so much fun. But this fun could not happen without our official sponsor, Bud Light.
That's right, and that just so happens to be the first float that's coming down the river right now. It's our sponsor float, the Bud Light float. And you know, Chuck, it's a great time to live in right now. Hosting the Bud Light Virtual Riverwalk Parade, introducing the Bud Light float made entirely of Bud Lights, and we're surrounded by Bud Lights, watching the boat go down the river virtually flowing with Bud Light. And if you haven't figured it out yet, guys, this parade is sponsored by Bud Light.
You don't have to tell me twice.
You know, Chuck, in these trying times, it's so wonderful that we can be together, even if it's virtual.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to virtually interrupt you right there, but no disrespect intended. You know, we are going through some challenging times, but how many times are we going to have to hear that phrase, in these trying times, in these challenging times, during these difficult times? So anytime Zay or I make one of those, say one of those phrases, we challenge you to raise a glass and take a sip. Responsibly so. All right? We're going to make this thing fun here. All right. I think we've got our drinks, we've got our Bud Light, and of course we have you. It's now time for the first ever pandemical virtual Riverwalk Parade.
All right, Chuck, we got the first category of floats coming down the river right now. And our first category is actually COVID inspirational floats. Let's take a look at our first one.
Look at this one here.
It's the medical workers reminding everyone to wash your hands and wear face masks. This one's from Medardo de la Cruz from right here in San Antonio.
I think it's quite interesting in these trying times.
Oh, you said it.
That we have to be reminded to wash our hands. Wash your hands, people. Don't be nasty. I love all the medical. My mom and dad taught me that when I was a kid. Anyways, moving on to this next one here. Look at here. Superheroes unite. We all need heroes here. We've had plenty of heroes in our frontline workers, but we've got a boat full of heroes right there.
Love it.
It's on parade. Thank you, Susan Ingram from San Antonio.
That's right, and you got this, San Antonio. That's that float right there you're looking at. It's got unicorns, butterflies, and rainbows. And that one's coming from Linda LaCroix Ryan from right here in San Antonio. Virtual Fiesta 2020. I love it.
In a bathtub. Also floating right there. Look at this one here. It's a bunch of coronavirus pom-poms. I love it here. It's from Marie Street Media. You know what? Their float must be inspired because they're a marketing department. They know how to go viral.
They sure do. Hope is stronger than fear in this next float. I don't know what that little animal is, but I love it. Viva Fiesta 2020. That is awesome. Carlton Lucas. Thank you.
I got this next one. Being my family's originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Here, this is social distancing, Cajun style with some crawfish right there.
Laissez les bons. What did that say?
It was laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
Well, excuse me.
And the good times are
Your
indeed
Frenchness.
rolling. Look at here. We are all in this together. We are indeed. It's a host of public servants. Thanks, Renee, for that one right there.
We got another COVID survival float. This is a great one. I love this one. We got little character at the top here. We got some Lysol, we got some hand sanitizer, some toilet paper.
And wait, is that a tortilla?
It is, Chuck. That is a tortilla. Leave it up to San Antonio to put a tortilla in a COVID survival float.
Absolutely. You know, it's like if you run out of toilet paper, you can use the tortilla, and if you got plenty of toilet paper,
Oh my
you can eat the
I
tortilla.
thought you were going to eat the tortilla anyway. What's happening right now?
Well, Zay, some amazing floats for the first segment of our virtual parade. Don't go anywhere. Many more floats to come. But it's now time for us to take a little break. You didn't think we were going to get through this without any commercials. Oh no, it's now time for our first commercial break, brought to you by face masks.
That's right. Have you guys ever felt the need to breathe without getting a bunch of germs all up in your face?
Yeah, or perhaps you felt the need to breathe, but you weren't certain of the person's hygiene sitting next to you. Well, there's a remedy for that, and that is face masks.
Oh! You mean like this?
No, not quite, Zay.
What do you mean no?
Zay, I was talking about face masks, like this.
Oh, gotcha.
Or maybe even like this.
Okay.
You could even use one of these.
Bandolero style. Got it.
Or even in a pinch, one of these.
Is that underwear, man?
Don't judge me. Face masks. It's a breath of fresh air. Kinda.
Let's continue on with our parade. This next set of floats is actually royalty themed right now. Chuck, what do we got?
Oh yeah, we've got kings and queens and dukes and duchesses. But enough about the royal monarchy. It's about San Antonio royalty. And coming down the river right now, this was brought to you by my friends Raquel and Fred. Look at there, this Miss Cora Teen. They're quite punny.
So, quite funny indeed. And right after that, we got the Happy Fiesta float with Queen Pig and her long gown train.
Oh,
definitely a tradition here with
the trains, and it's got the Alamo on it. Very, very fitting and very, very well done. Look at this one right here. This is the Duchess of Social Distancing riding on a Fiesta float. Boy, that's in, looks like it's in one of the night parades there. Well done, Pamela. Well done.
Very nice. Very nice. And coming up next, they'll beat you up. And you know why? They're the gorgeous Amazon warrior beauties, defender of the bird bath. That one's coming from Sandy from right here in San Antonio. I love the bird bath. I love the beads. Very nice.
And is that a pig and a flamingo? Nowhere else but San Antonio. And we know it's San Antonio because look, they just pulled up the North Star Mall.
Does a river go that far?
It does in this parade.
I love it. I love it. And now we've got Riverwalk royalty, Princess Lauren. That one's coming from Lauren Reyes from right here in San Antonio. Got some lions and the jungle.
And we go from one Fiesta royalty to another. Look at this one here. This is by Marcy Gutierrez, and she's showing her shoes.
I love it when they show their shoes. Chuck, show me your shoes.
All right. I got Crocs, and for those of you a little more highbrow, Louboutin.
Sexy. Let's get back to the floats right now. Coming down the river, we have the reigning 2020 Riverwalk Prince Izzy and Princess Desiree wearing formal attire for the parade. Fa fa fa. Thank you to Desiree from right here in San Antonio. That looks great.
And here in San Antonio, we could not have royalty without the queen herself, the queen of Tejano, Selena. Selena, we certainly do miss her.
Yes.
Well, that about wraps up our royalty section. Zay, what do you say we take a look at the San Antonio Riverwalk?
Yeah, let's take a look at the action happening down there right now.
Okay, and, well, it certainly is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
Well, not even a duck to be found.
I don't see anything.
Wow.
Hey, look, is that a bird? What?
No, I'm thinking, even in these trying times, the birds are staying home.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Moving on to our next segment of our virtual Riverwalk Parade, the business floats. And these are San Antonio floats San Antonio business rather, that actually joined in on the fun with this amazing parade. We can't thank them enough. Now,
right.
they say downtown is haunted. And when there's something strange on the Riverwalk, who are you gonna call? RJA Ghost Tours. That's who you're gonna call. Thank you, Larissa Monique Anthony of San Antonio, for that amazing looking float. Ooh, it's kind of spooky.
Is downtown really that haunted, John?
It is indeed. You see amazing things downtown, like a buffalo.
Ooh,
A lone buffalo float rides down the river, and that's courtesy of our good friends at the Briscoe Western Art Museum, right in
I
downtown.
love me a buffalo, man. And you know what else I love? I love me some Texas. And there it is, the I Love Texas float. And you got Whataburger on there, you got the Spurs, you got Bill Miller's, all of this coming to you from Liz Romero Martinez.
Well, let me
From
tell you.
Colorado Springs, Colorado, Chuck.
Oh, she's from Colorado, and you know what they are? I think they just got in Colorado.
What?
Whataburger.
Ooh, tell me about it.
Love that one right there. It's so good, makes you just want to eat it. It's delicious. Who doesn't love Whataburger? I know Gabriel Rodriguez loves some Whataburger. You know what else we love? We love Encira Motors. Oh, my good friend April and all her crew out at Encira Motors. During these trying times, you may not be thinking about buying a car, but if you are, visit our friends at Encira Motors.
And you know where you can drive that car to? The NCAA Final Four, and that's the float that you're seeing right now in front of you, and that is honoring the 2021 Women's Final Four that's going to be happening right here in San Antonio. And thank you to San Antonio Sports for that float right there.
Also, a big thank you to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of South Texas. They are
Yes.
unleashing potential and helping young boys and young girls in need. Kudos to you. We salute you, Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
And along with so many events, the Valero Texas Open has a prize of $7 million. And that was postponed, but don't worry about it. Postponed does not mean canceled. So thank you for this float. Man, I'm gonna have to go play some golf, Chuck. You gonna go with me? Teach
Couple
me.
rounds. I don't know. That'd be the blind leading the blind right there. April is National Library Month. We got one more day. Visit your public libraries. Thank you, Jeanette Davies, for that reminder that reading is fundamental.
It is. It is fundamental. And the other thing that's fundamental too is Brooks. Brooks is offering 1,300 acres of community living, working, learning, and playing. And that's the float that you see right there from Brooks San Antonio.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Care and Comfort Management Services providing a wonderful float right there. These are the senior helpers of Greater San Antonio. Thank you very much. Actually, that one right there is the EXP Realty featuring homes as pretty as Fiesta.
Yes, very cool. And stay home, drink a cold one, and watch some Netflix, Chuck. And that is what this float is all about.
I just love drinking a cold one, Netflixing and chilling. You want to come over and Netflix and chill, Zay?
I do not. Not right now. No, thank you.
All right. Someone else might want to. You
Might
never
want
know.
to.
You never
In these
know.
trying times, sometimes, ooh, I almost forgot. You need to Netflix and chill.
Well, all righty. We're going to be moving on to our next series of floats, but it's now time for a commercial break.
That's right, Chuck. Friends, we've all experienced that time of day when we need to go pee-pee on the pot. Or possibly something else like, you know. Well, there's only one remedy for the, after party. And that's toilet paper. These days, it's worth its weight in, well, toilet paper. There's nothing like the feeling of getting up at 5 a.m. to make that 2-hour line at the store, coming home, getting undressed in the laundry room, putting your clothes in the washing machine, taking a shower, and getting into your sweats just to have the comfort of knowing that you can, whenever you want. So what are you waiting for? Go get some toilet paper today. Oh, they're out? Go get some toilet paper tomorrow. Chuck?
Zay, can you spare a square? Thanks, buddy. Oh, Zay, this is one of my favorite parts of the parade. Celebrity floats, and look at this first one right here. Who'd have thought this would have been a cultural phenomenon? You guessed it, it's Tiger King, Joe Exotic. He's running for governor, he's running for president. He's running from the prison cell guards right now. Joe Exotic. 2024
So
America.
creative. Look at all the greenery and everything in a bottle. That's awesome. Now this next float is inspired by the movie Up, one of my favorite Disney movies. Definitely touched my heart, and I love it. One day I want to fly away with some balloons, Chuck.
You can do that. You know where you can fly away to? A galaxy far, far away where there's stormtroopers who are mariachis. That is absolutely fantastic. Thanks, Peter. I love that. That's very, very creative. It even looks like the backdrop there is in right out of Star Wars.
Like
They're probably playing that cantina theme.
And he knows the cantina theme, guys. All right, here goes Mr. Potato Head. Also, well, Renaissance Potato Head, though, right? He's got
yeah.
all kinds of stuff happening there. You got basketball, candlelight, guitar. That's awesome. Thank you very much to Adolescirc for that float. Very cool.
And you know, Star Wars is indeed popular. We all grew up with it. At least I know I did. I was alive when it first came out. But look at that. It was all the characters. And speaking of characters, Rosalind, one thing's missing from that Tiger King float right there. That's Carol Baskin's husband.
Gosh, this guy likes Tiger King. I love it. Here's some Disney beauties all on one float. I know that one day when I was a kid, I wanted to grow up to be a Disney princess, and didn't work out for me.
You my princess.
Oh, well, thank you, Chuck.
Someday my princess will come. Oh my goodness. I love this one here because they created their own special effects. Santikos Entertainment, the employees right there. We got Woody, we got Buzz Lightyear. They are rolling down the San Antonio River, just kind of like the Proud Mary, rolling down the river right there. Very creative. We thank you very much. They were kind of on a hovercraft or something like that. So really interesting. Well, that about wraps it up for all of our celebrity floats. It is now time for some entertainment. Zay, what do you say we take a look at the great entertainment that we see at the Arneson River Theater?
Ooh.
Cool. Hey, in these trying times, entertainment is entertainment.
That's right.
Ooh, trying times.
Oh.
All righty, moving on to our next category, Fiesta themed floats.
That's right. Everyone knows Fiesta was postponed this year, so no Fiesta, only Siesta. This float is brought to you by Paulina. I love it, Paulina. Thank you.
And Fiesta, you can't have a Fiesta without a bull pinata float on floaties in a jacuzzi. That's creative. Thank you very much, Tawana Timberlake. That's Justin's sister.
That's right. And coming behind that, we have Fiesta Cascarones, but there's a whole lot happening on that float right there, Chuck.
A whole lot
What
of
is-
something. It's in a cooler. We got cascarones, a bag.
Some fingers with some confetti.
It's amazing. It's pretty fantastic. This next one is also pretty fantastic. This is our Viva Fiesta float with the Riverwalk behind it. Oh, look at that. They use technology. Of course, great technology bringing you this virtual parade right now. Thank
Exactly.
you very much there, Jessica Gray Forrest.
Very, very cool. And we got a Fiesta float in an ice cooler that's brought to you by Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for that one. Look at that. There's a maraca in there and everything. I love maracas. Maraca, chicka, check. Chicka, 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 chicka.
You know what? We
You
should
don't like
probably
my
take a
song?
little break here for some Teddy Grahams. A float made of Teddy Grahams. It's a Bear Fiesta float. I think that's pretty creative. Gabe and Annette Garcia from San Antonio. That's terrific. So you can float it down the river and you can eat it.
No, it would seem to me as though Fiesta is going to the dogs. So we're going to party like there's no mañana. Very punny, right, Jeff? I like it.
It is indeed.
They got little mariachi hats too. Look at that.
It is indeed funny indeed.
And the frogs, they're celebrating Fiesta. Look at this. JD actually submitted this froggy float. Thank you, JD, for that very creative and very lit up and everything float. That's awesome.
JD. All righty. Oh, you know what? During this virtual parade, there are people all around San Antonio and the United States, heck, the world, just cheering on this parade because Let's face it, it is that good. Let's take a look at some of them. Well, that's quite an ovation. I feel virtually appreciated.
It's virtually inspiring. I love it. Anyway, it's now time for our next commercial. Chuck?
Psst. Hey, you. Watching this virtual parade, are you thirsty? Have you ever been thirsty? Do you plan on being thirsty in the future? Well, then why don't you try some refreshing H2O? That's water for those of you who failed chemistry. It certainly is delicious. Drink a bottle of water, drink a glass of water. You will be cured of parchment or dehydration. Oh, and some amazing side effects. Do you like to pee? And let's face it, who doesn't? Drink a bottle of this and you'll have to go in 20 minutes guaranteed. Water, try some. It does a body good.
Chuck, didn't you just drink some water about 20 minutes ago? Right. Let's continue on with the parade. It's now time for some assorted themed floats. And coming down the river now is Bride and Groom Wedding Cruise, submitted by Maggie Thompson from right here in San Antonio. Ah, that's so pretty. I like it.
This next float, Zeze, is in honor of all the postponed weddings. It's from our friend Mary Devlin. This one's entitled Love and Corona Are in the Air. Ah, how appropriate for these trying times.
Gotta drink it. Perfect. And right behind there, we have Jen Welsh's beautiful Butterfly on a Snail. I love the colors. So rainbowy and so flowy. What do you think, Chuck?
Butterfly on a snail. Well, it can't be a seahorse surrounded by beauties holding candles. Real creative there from South Padre Island. That's Allison. Thank you so much, Allison.
Thanks, Allison.
That's great.
Well, what about a day in Old Mexico? We got the Sugar Skull Mariachis rocking out right there. Also very creative. I love all the colors. Fiesta 2020 right there, and they did find some water, which was also really great. Thanks, Rita.
You know what I love about this virtual parade is people from all over the United States are chiming in. This one is from someone in Aurora, Colorado. Leanne Train. This is Sam Houston is riding an old-fashioned campaign. Look at that.
I love it. Well, it's a little scary, but I still love it. Now let's celebrate. We got the Let's Celebrate float that features dogs, dinosaurs, and fighter jets. That's creative. Man, and a big body of water. Oh, that's a pool, right? Everybody finds great water somewhere, as long as you didn't come down here. And now here's one from Matthew Priest from San Antonio. He shows his float riding through downtown. That's really creative. Great job. And that's gonna wrap our assorted themed floats right there, guys. All wonderful, all colorful, all amazing.
They are indeed. Now time for another commercial break. Okay, my friends, this next segment of the Bud Light Virtual Riverwalk Parade is brought to you by low gas prices. Hey, have you been thinking about loading up the station wagon and making that cross-country trip to see the things you've always wanted to see?
Hey, what if we visit China and visit the bats in their natural habitat?
Anyways, well, now's the time to do it. Take advantage of those low gas prices. Hey, top off your gas tank, put some gas in a boat. Heck, you can even gas up your plane. Make those travel plans to go all around the world. But let's face it, my friends, you ain't going nowhere.
Gas prices. They're low, but you can't go.
And now it's time for children's floats. So let's get rid of the booze. You know, a pop star once said, I believe the children are the future float builders. And so let's take a look at some of those future float builders right now. Look at there, we got a float by Isaac and Eric Guerrero, as well as Abigail Quinones. So cute.
Oh, that's adorable. Ooh, and look at some Lego ones brought to us by Gabby, who's 10 years old, living in Elotes. And we got some Teddy Grahams. Oh, man, always hungry with the Teddy Grahams at the beach. Jelly beans. That one's from Savannah and Sienna, aged 12 and 9, respectively. Thank you, guys.
Fantastic floats. Go Mules! We've got Campbell Dixon, 13 years old. And of course, the Spurs are in the house, my friend Juliana Chavez.
I love it. I love it. And now we have a float by Mambo, who's age 10 from right here in San Antonio.
The creativity continues with Isabella Lopez. And Isabella even used some special effects right there. Well done, a young movie producer. Not to be outdone, we've got Isabella and Isaac, as well as Dominic. And we can't forget that wonderful Dr. Seuss-inspired creation by Brady.
Ooh, and they light up in the dark too. Very cool.
Indeed, indeed.
And we got now floats by Keegan, who's age 7, and Isabel, who's age 11. Oh, nice blue waters there on those floats. Very cool. Very nice and creative. Good job, guys.
Megan Yarborough, 10 years old. She's got the Jolly Roger right there. And oh, look at this. Life without Mexican food is like no life at all. You could say that again. Well put. Elise and Rhett. I love it. That's
Nice.
beautiful.
Very cool. And now we got some floats coming up. And we also have one by Caitlin, who's 6. Those are very colorful and very creative. Great job, guys. Oh, I love the characters.
Look at what Ruby did right there. Some more or is that Pikachu or something like that? Oh, and Abra and Ruby. That's fantastic. I remember those. Oh, look, and she even has a mask on. Very fitting for the times.
Good job, good job. And of course, we have Rachel's, who's age 11, and Maya and Lucas, age 4. And I love the Tower of the Americas with the toilet paper on top. Also, these cascarones, incredibly colorful, incredibly great. I love it. And we also have a great dragon-inspired float from Emmett, who's 8 years old. We appreciate you, Emmett. Great job, guys.
And there you have it, some amazing floats from some amazing kids submitted from all over the place. Thank you very much for taking the time out to make those floats, and a great big thank you to the parents who helped them out a little bit here. You know, my friends, San Antonio is known as Military City, USA, and we could not have a parade, much less a virtual Riverwalk parade, without some military floats honoring those who serve us. Zay, what we got coming around the bend?
All right, guys, and coming around the bend is our Navy Bear, representing all those who serve in the armed forces. That one is coming from Mary, who lives in San Marcos, who actually made it originally in honor of her son, who is in the Navy. But of course, it's a shout out to all military and armed forces members. Very cool.
Now, you know, there's a very popular movie out nowadays. It's Trolls, but Trolls can be patriotic as well. Thank you, Ricky Miller Ford from San Antonio. I love it. It's in the basket there.
It is very cool. All right, so now we have a float for the U.S. Marine Boot Camp and graduation for Private Tyler Garrett. This one is from Misty Garrett from right here in San Antonio, and that is incredibly patriotic as well. I love it.
Semper Fi to you, Mr. Garrett. Alrighty, and lastly we have from Ricky Vasquez, just an awesome patriotic float. Sometimes simplest are the best. Red, white, and blue, and some stars.
Simple indeed, Chuck, but lots and lots of flags.
I love our city. I love Military City, USA. That is San Antonio. And there's some fantastic patriotic floats to honor the men and women who serve our country. And we just want to say a great big thank you to all of them. There's other people that we have to say thank you to during these trying times. And we're not going to drink because we said it right there, because we're going to get a little bit serious here. And, you know, we want to say thank you to everyone who has been helping us through the last couple of months.
That's right, that's right. Whether you guys are doing your part by staying at home to keep people safe, or you're heading on out to keep people served, we want to say thank you. Thank you so very much.
So yeah, we salute and we thank you. Shall we salute them? We can
We
salute
shall.
them now. Yeah, we salute you. And now it's time to share with you some of the standout floats from the first ever virtual Riverwalk Parade. This one here, I think is the funniest float. This is the COVID survival float. Check it out. Toilet paper, hand sanitizer, Lysol, face mask, and the thing that really makes it the funniest is the tortilla.
I love that float. Congratulations, funniest float. Who's getting the prettiest float, Chuck? Well, it looks like this is the prettiest float. It's the butterfly hitching a ride on the back of a snail. That one's from Jen Welsh right here in San Antonio. Congratulations, Jen. You made the prettiest float.
Now we asked people on social media to vote through their comments and their likes as which one is their favorite, and that is the fan favorite, and it goes to Elise and Rhett. Life without Mexican food is like no life at all. We can all we can all appreciate and probably all agree with that right there. We got chips and salsa and jalapenos. Thank you so much for that mouth-watering entry.
Whole lot of foods in these amazing floats during these trying times.
All right, and now, Zay,
Yes.
folks, it is
Yes.
time for the grand prize float. This one, we are awarding the winner 4 tickets to the Ford Holiday Parade. Now, that's the annual parade that takes place the day after Thanksgiving. Let's hope this pandemic is over and we can celebrate it. But regardless of whether it's this year, next year, or 2025, you're going to get yourself some tickets. And the winner is, Zay, would you do the honors?
Yes. By general consensus, the winner is the Toilet Paper Tower of the Americas and the hand sanitizer Alamo. That was from Rachel Bogar. She's 11 years old and she has just won the grand prize here at the first pandemical virtual Riverwalk Parade. Congratulations, Rachel.
Congratulations, Rachel, and congratulations to all of our float makers. It was fantastic. Well, I hope you had fun. Did you have fun?
I had a great time today. I had a great time, and it's wonderful to be able to see you as well, Chuck. I know we're looking this way and we're looking this way. Doesn't matter. We just, we're trying to make a show, people.
It's virtual.
Trying to
It's
make a show.
virtual. We ask that you like this, you share it, share with your people. It's just a little bit of fun during these challenging times. Alrighty, on behalf of everyone at the San Antonio Riverwalk Association, I'm Chuck Rowe.
I am Zay. We want to thank you guys for being with us, and we want to thank our sponsor, Bud Light. Thank you guys so much for believing in us that we could pull this virtual Riverwalk Parade off. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys all for joining us. See you next time.